Question 3. An earthquake in Vancouver had a magnitude of 6.3 on the Richter scale. An earthquake in Japan had a magnitude of 8.9 on the Richter scale. How many times more intense was the Japan earthquake than the Vancouver earthquake? You may use the formula before. M equals log base 10 of A divided by AO. M is the magnitude of the earthquake. A is the intensity of the earthquake, and A subscript 0 is the intensity of the standard earthquake. Express your answer as a whole number. So this question is, of course, an application of logarithms question, and we are given two different magnitudes, and we are asked to find how many times more intense. So we're really interested in isolating the intensity. Whenever we're asked how many times something is than another, obviously we would divide. So what we would want to do is we would want to find the intensity of the Japan earthquake. We want to find the intensity of Japan earthquake and we need to divide that by the intensity, and I'll try to do a better job spelling that. The intensity, oh, there's an N in there, that's the problem. Intensity of the Vancouver earthquake. Now, in order to get intensity, I need to isolate it. So an equivalent formula for this, I'm going to convert it to an exponential form. So we don't see the base, but the base, of course, is 10. So if we go 10 to the power of m, we should get this inside part here. So again, 10, which is my base, to the power of m should equal a divided by a0. And just to be more certain, to get totally isolate a, we'll multiply both sides by a0. a0 times 10 to the m equals a. So this formula is a better way of writing and expressing it so that we solve for an intensity. Notice we will equate this now. So let's equate it with what we know. Well, we don't know a0, which is unfortunate, but we do know the magnitude of the Japan earthquake, so we can substitute in 10 to the power of the magnitude of the Japan earthquake is 8.9. Now we're dividing by that, so we've got to use this formula again, except this time it's going to describe the intensity of the Vancouver earthquake. So it's still a0. We don't know the intensity of the standard earthquake, but it's 10 to the power of 6.3. So it doesn't really matter now at this point that we don't know the intensity of the standard earthquake, because it cancels, and now we just have a common base. So we have an 8.9 subtract 6.3. So if we continue on, of course, this becomes 10 to the 2.6. Oops, put my decimal in there. So 10 to the 2.6. So it is at this point we use our calculator. 10 to the exponent of 2.6. We get 398.107. And let me see how we're supposed to round this answer. Express your answer as a whole number. So the Japan earthquake is 398 times as intense. In hindsight, the Richter scale is a base 10 scale, so a difference of 1 would be a magnitude of 10 to the power 1. On the Richter scale, if two earthquakes have a difference of 2, a magnitude of 2, right, then that's 10 squared, which is 100. So it certainly makes sense. 10 to the 2.6 is 398. So in future questions, you could actually start here and kind of not ignore, but remember what happens after we simplify that equation.